Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Every Christmas, as I read the story of Jesus' birth, I'm always struck by Mary's response to being chosen to be the mother of the Messiah. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I wanted to go a little more in depth about her response today. Mary's probably a young teenager looking forward to her wedding to Joseph. She's grown up poor in a poor town in a poor area of the country and is about to marry a poor carpenter. Not much chance for anything but an ordinary life, raising children to be poor, ordinary workers, living in the same poor area with the same poor prospects. But God sent an angel, and nothing in her life was the same again. In the eyes of everyone she knew, her prospects got decidedly worse. Adultery before marriage was a capital offense, and that was what it was going to look like no matter what it actually was. If her fiancé didn't have her stoned, he would surely at least divorce her and she'd never be able to get married. Her family would either kick her out or be looked down upon for the rest of their lives. The child she would have would be an outcast too. No, things did not look good for her from the world's perspective. Death at most, major embarrassment and rejection at least. She was set to lose friends, her reputation, her standing in the community, respect, her fiancé, and her life as she knew it. Yet her response to the angel was, "Behold, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word." At least that's how most translations put it. Some say that she said she was the handmaid or maidservant of the Lord. Some say bondslave. One way or the other, it means the lowest of the low. A slave, not a servant who works for someone and can quit anytime, but a slave, someone who's owned by someone else. Here she's giving up ownership of her quiet, respectful life and becoming a slave to the Lord her God. Knowing her life was about to change, Mary gave up control and surrendered it to God. Not that her life was truly her own to start with. She was a woman, well, really a girl. And in that time and culture, up to that point, her life was controlled for the most part by her father. She grew up obeying him. Being engaged or betrothed to Joseph, she'd already promised her obedience and submission to him as he became her husband. But God gives her a completely different option. She could become the slave of her Creator, the ruler of the universe, the one who controlled everything, the one who loved her. And out of love for him, without regard to her other relationships or her reputation, she said, "Behold, I am your slave. You are my master. Do whatever you want with me." Little did she know what she was in for. A trip to Bethlehem for taxes, a birth alone in a stable, a visit from Gentile kingmakers, an escape from an evil king, a journey to Egypt, and then a quiet, ordinary life back in Nazareth, surrounded by family and more children for about 30 years. But of course, Mary did not know all this yet. And when we say yes to God, we don't have any idea what kind of adventure He will take us on. But if we are to be wholeheartedly surrendered to Him, we have to remember He is the master. We are the slaves. We have to trust Him completely and step out in faith with the same attitude as Mary. Lord, do whatever you want with me. Whatever your plan is, I'm in. Whatever gives you the most glory, that's what I want. I'm yours. Then your life will go from ordinary to extraordinary because it's under His control. Do you have that attitude as Mary did? What in your life needs to change for you to become completely surrendered to the Lord?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.